The Indian subcontinent was once a tapestry of tribal settlements. These groups were closely knit with the land and their unique customs. Around the 6th century BCE, a significant transformation began. Tribes started consolidating into larger territorial units called Janapadas. This marked a shift from kinship-based societies to geographically defined polities. The concept of territorial identity emerged, laying the foundation for more complex political organizations. The term Janapada itself signifies a tribe's claim over a particular region. This transition from nomadic or semi-nomadic lifestyles to settled agriculture played a vital role. As communities grew and interacted more with each other, the need for more structured governance arose. Janapadas, therefore, represented a crucial step in the evolution of political and social structures in ancient India. They became the building blocks for the powerful Mahajanapadas that would soon dominate the landscape. The rise of Janapadas was fueled by a confluence of factors. Population growth, driven by improved agricultural techniques, played a pivotal role. The development of iron tools enhanced productivity. Surplus food production led to population increase and the ability to support specialized crafts and occupations. This resulted in greater social stratification, with chiefs and warriors assuming positions of authority. As settlements expanded and interacted through trade and diplomacy, the need for more sophisticated governance became apparent. Disputes over land, water resources, and trade routes required mediation and resolution. This led to the evolution of more formal political institutions within Janapadas. Chieftains, often chosen from powerful families, began to consolidate power. They levied taxes, maintained armies, and formulated laws, gradually transforming from tribal leaders to kings. By 600 BCE, the landscape of ancient India witnessed a dramatic transformation. The smaller Janapadas had coalesced into larger and more powerful kingdoms known as Mahajanapadas. These great countries, as the term translates, represented a significant leap in political organization and territorial control. Ancient texts like the Buddhist Anguttara Nikaya and the Jain Bhagavati Sutra list 16 prominent Mahajanapadas that dominated the Indo-Gangetic plain. These included Magadha, Kosala, Vatsa, Avanti, Kuru, Panchala, Gandhara, Kamboja, Asmaka, Chedi, Vanga, Anga, Matsya, Surasana, and Vajji. Each Mahajanapada possessed a distinct identity, cultural practices, and political ambitions. They engaged in complex relations with each other, ranging from alliances and trade to bitter rivalries and warfare. This period marked the beginning of a new era in Indian history, where power dynamics and strategic alliances shaped the destiny of the subcontinent. The rise of Mahajanapadas was inextricably linked to the advent of iron technology. The widespread availability and use of iron led to the production of superior weapons and tools. Iron tools revolutionized agriculture, increasing productivity and fueling population growth. Simultaneously, iron weapons provided a significant military advantage. Armed with iron swords, spears, and armor, ambitious kings embarked on campaigns of conquest and expansion. Warfare became a defining feature of this era, as Mahajanapadas vied for control of fertile land, strategic trade routes, and access to valuable resources. Fortified cities, standing armies, and complex military strategies emerged as kingdoms sought to defend their territories and subdue their rivals. The Mauryan Empire, which would later unify much of the Indian subcontinent, owed its very existence to the foundations laid by these early conflicts and the strategic use of iron weaponry. Section 5. Trade, Cities and Prosperity. The economic engine of Mahajanapadas. Beyond warfare, the Mahajanapadas flourished due to a vibrant economic system. The period witnessed a surge in trade and commerce. Cities, strategically located along trade routes, grew into bustling centers of economic activity. These urban hubs became melting pots of cultures, attracting merchants, artisans, and intellectuals from far-reaching corners of the subcontinent. the Mahajanapadas engaged in extensive trade, not only within the subcontinent, but also with regions as far as Persia and Mesopotamia. Agricultural produce, textiles, ivory, precious stones, and metalwork were exchanged, enriching the kingdoms and fostering economic interdependence. This economic prosperity played a crucial role in supporting the growing populations, maintaining armies, and funding ambitious construction projects. The wealth generated through trade also contributed significantly to the patronage of arts, literature, and religious institutions. Section 6. The shifting sands of power, autocracy, and republics. The Mahajanapadas exhibited a diverse range of governance structures. While some kingdoms were ruled by powerful monarchs wielding absolute authority, others adopted a more republican form of government. Monarchies, like those of Magadha and Kosala, were characterized by centralized power, hereditary succession, and a hierarchical administrative system. Kings commanded large armies, levied taxes, and enacted laws, often with the support of a council of advisors and ministers. In contrast, republics like the Vajji Confederation were characterized by a system of governance where power was shared among elected representatives. These representatives, drawn from influential clans or families, convened assemblies to deliberate on matters of governance, war, and peace. The republican model, though less prevalent than monarchies, demonstrated a unique aspect of ancient Indian political thought, the concept of shared power and collective decision-making. Section 7. Magadha, Kosala, and Avanti. Thrones of ambition and might. Among the 16 Mahajanapadas, Magadha, Kosala, and Avanti emerged as particularly powerful and influential. Magadha, located in the fertile Gangetic plains, benefited from abundant resources and strategic positioning. Its rulers, notably Bimbisara and his son Ajatashatru, were known for their ambition and military prowess. They expanded Magadha's territories through a combination of warfare, strategic alliances, and shrewd diplomacy. Kosala, another prominent kingdom, often found itself at odds with Magadha. Ruled by King Prasenajit, Kosala controlled a significant portion of the Gangetic plains and engaged in frequent conflicts with its neighbors. Avanti, located in western India, was ruled by the powerful King Chandapradyota Mahesena. Known for its military strength and strategic location, Avanti controlled important trade routes and played a pivotal role in shaping the political dynamics of the region. Section 8. The Awakened Kingdoms. Buddhism, Jainism, and the Mahajanapadas. The 6th century BCE was a period of great intellectual and spiritual ferment in India. It was during this time that new religious and philosophical ideas began to challenge the traditional Vedic beliefs. Two such heterodox faiths, Buddhism and Jainism, emerged from this milieu and profoundly impacted the socio-political landscape of the Mahajanapadas. Founded by Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha, Buddhism emphasized the universality of suffering, the impermanence of life, and the path to enlightenment through ethical conduct and meditation. Jainism, propounded by Mahavira, stressed non-violence in all its forms, advocating for the ethical treatment of all living beings. Both religions rejected the authority of the Vedas and the hierarchical caste system, finding resonance among people across social strata. Kings like Bimbisara of Magadha and Prasenajit of Kosala patronized both Buddhism and Jainism. These new faiths spread rapidly through the support of these rulers, who found in their teachings a moral framework for governance and a means to foster social harmony. Section 9. Legacy of the Mahajanapadas. Seeds of Empire. Echoes of Change. The era of the Mahajanapadas was a pivotal chapter in Indian history. It marked a transition from tribal societies to the rise of powerful kingdoms, setting the stage for the emergence of empires. The constant rivalry and warfare, while contributing to instability, also fostered the development of sophisticated military strategies, political institutions, and economic systems. The Mahajanapadas left behind a legacy of urban growth, trade networks, and cultural exchange. The intense competition for power eventually culminated in the rise of the Magadhan Empire, which, under the Mauryan dynasty, would unify most of the Indian subcontinent. The political and administrative structures, economic models, and even the philosophical ideas that emerged during the Mahajanapada period heavily influenced the Mauryan Empire and subsequent Indian empires. The echoes of this transformative era reverberated through centuries, shaping the course of Indian history.